Okay, pals. Friends from afar. Let's see if we can get back to where we were. We got some absolute juiced up survivors. Let's just go through everybody's gear grids. Zachary's not coming out with us for the first time in a long time. Panfry is taking over that gear grid, who is just disgusting. Just nasty. Let's make sure their grid looks good. They took over the leather kit, so I didn't even have to change anything. So it should be all good. 2 departure survival, 2 departure insanity. Yup. Snow. Oh, is our nuclear scythe. We can't forget that's sharp. Got some dragon gear. This activates, so we gain +1 to all severe injury rolls, which is great. This is really close to activating. We just need a right. What's up, Rock and Mike? We just need a right-facing green to activate the Dragon Mantle. That'll be cool. The Nuclear Scythe is not very close to this devastating situation. But I think that gear grid's up to date. And then Tarna. Tarna's our other pretty solid individual working towards... No, not working towards Sword Mastery. Is she a Sword Master? No, not even close. Working towards Sword Mastery. We can... I pretty much plan to get a couple with her every year using the Petal Spiral innovation. Let me grab that real quick because we do use that one quite often. When we have free endeavors, that is, which is not super often. Petal Spiral is music. That's...
You have chosen wisely.
Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. So this one allows us to just spend an endeavor, and it's just a 6+ to gain a sword proficiency level. So Sword Master would be dope. And then yellow. Yellow's a temporary fill-in for Amras while we figure out his situation. Can't really decide how we want to... We need to get him a flower before we kill him. But their grid also looks correct. It's got the shield in it, which is new. So there's some solid gear grids. It's just always a little bit worrisome when going after a level 2. A level 2 node 3 is not a joke. I mean, I know we're pretty stacked, but it's always a little intimidating. Another perfect bone, a monster organ, and a love juice are what we're leaving behind. And then a king's tongue. We have got to get... We've got to get that resource we need. There's really no other options. It's cabled veins or bust. Rock with almost 200 resources. Do you guys need me to pin the message in chat again about what you can and what you can redeem your points on? And then we got to go fight a level 3 White Lion so we can get Longclaw Lenore. Yeah, the problem is none of us are super crit farmy. Panfry will be, but Panfry doesn't have a deadly weapon. So they'll be 3+ luck. Tarna will also pretty much be crit farming. Sorry, yeah, just give me 1 second. I'll pull that up. Okay, guys, there's that message, and then I have it pinned, so it should always stay at the top of chat. Those are what soundboards we currently have active. I'm still trying to think of a couple other fun ways to keep you guys involved, but we'll see. No, plus 3 means 30% crit. 40, Bill, not 70. It's the wrong way. All right. Okay. Our grids are good.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? I'm about to make a name for myself here.
I'm glad you guys like that sound. It's a good one. All right, Dragon King level 2 hunt. I probably need to change the survivors' names. But that's okay, because 40% is still real solid. What's up, Titan? The whole crew is here. I've missed you, fellas. Pan Fry. Pan Fry is working on Shield Mastery. Snow is our brand new Scythe individual, working on Scythe Mastery. Tarna is still chipping away at Sword. And Yellow is kind of starting Bow. Not really. They're just here. They're just here so they can feel like they're a part of something. Yep, Scythe is almost exclusively for Titan. So I expect that Scythe to shine in this showdown. Alright, we're going to start things off with mineral gathering, guys. We know the drill. We got a pickaxe. Oh, that pickaxe is broken. So Snow is currently the only one with a pickaxe. So let's go ahead and roll it up for mineral gathering here. We need a piece of iron if we're going to finish this set. That doesn't get it for us, but it does get us a scrap, and that's one step closer. So this is not after overwhelming darkness, so we'll just take the free scrap. If that card comes up where we get to choose to take dragon resources, but we have to pay the penalty, we'll have to talk about that, because that almost got us killed last time. That was close. Alright, our first event revealer, though, is Pan Fry. Who reveal... Oh my gosh. Well, here it is, guys. Right off the bat, it's the first one. Cultivated Crypt. You uncover a crypt littered with the preserved corpses of dragons. You may defile the crypt and draw up to 3 random Dragon King resources. Otherwise, gain an understanding and roll a random hunt event. Ah, man, that's so tough, guys. We did it last time, but it damn near killed us. But we are here for resources. There's Titan Bill. Rocks in here. I don't know if Mike is still in here, but I need you guys to vote on what you think. Do we have to choose before we draw? Because if that's the case, could we draw one and then see if we want to draw another one? Could we draw them one at a time? I can get resources via critting if I crit. It's easier to allow the crit farmers to do their work if we don't have all these extra damage and speeds. I could put off attacking to give the critters a good chance. Titan and Mike want to do it. Bill wants to grab 2. Rock isn't sold on it. Bill says 2, not 3, huh? Well, we're all pretty split up, fellas. Definitely not 3. Okay, then I'll give it the triple shuffle and we'll draw 2. Overheat's the one that I hate. That guaranteed toughness token every round. That's the real bummer. You don't think the math favors taking them? Then I'm going to skip it. I don't want any of these guys to die. I'm not ready for any of these guys to die. I'm going to skip it, guys. I got faith that we're going to pull it anyways. So I'm going to gain an understanding. I'm sorry I'm going against the popular vote. Sorry. We kind of got lucky last time, and we had a couple people that had to sit out this fight because it beat them up so bad. I apologize, and you guys can give me flack later when... But we're going to draw it, so you guys aren't going to care. Coward! No, we'll crit farm like I say. Don't give Rock credit where credit is not due. It's all me. Forbidden word. There is a great rush of air. A booming inhuman voice declares a single word in an unknown language. For 1 instant, the survivors understand. All non-deaf survivors gain an understanding and suffer a brain damage. If they're insane, also gain a random disorder. Yikes. So we need to give everybody an understanding. Oh, we got to depart first. Give everybody an understanding, and then wait. I got to give another one to Panfry. Because they... No, I already did. Take an insanity away from everybody and hope nobody's insane. Panfry's not insane. Snow's crazy. So... Oh, you think the helmet is deaf? I thought it was just the lantern helmet that made you deaf. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It does not. They gain a random disorder? That kind of sucks. It's okay. It's snow. He's... Oh, quixotic! Hello! One second, guys. Just sending the text messages. There's the random disorder. Ooh, Tarna's also crazy. Vermin obsession. Well, there's a bug spot. Boo. Yellow? Nah, they ain't too crazy. They're good. They're good. Ooh, Tarna's close to full understanding, which is where she can get ageless. Ooh. Pause for dramatic effect. What are you eating, Luna? Feed your dogs 2 to 3 big square meals a day, and they'll still go eat plastic and shit off the floor. Lay down before you get an ass whooping. Alright. They still try to eat plastic. Ooh, lay down. Okay. Snow is next. And it's a random. Who knew? Who knew it would be a random? Plastic is chewy. So, yeah. 98, that's close. 98, huh? That might be a first for me. Feel like I'd remember. Bloody eyes. The survivors find a trail of blood. It pools in the eye sockets of the stone face ground. The blood is still warm. The event revealer may investigate or ignore the trail and end this event. So it's snow? Let's see if snow gets a bonus on investigate tables. Nope. So, oh my gosh, 3 bleeding tokens and then 3 brain damage. Gain a population. Nah. Nah. I think we're good. I think we're alright. Let's skip it. After Panfry is Tarna. And she draws an ornate temple. An enormous structure, larger than any survivors have ever seen, stands in the distance. Strange, beautiful music beckons the group to approach. Oh, this was the weird one! When the group reaches the temple's gates, the entire building fades into dust. A strong wind picks up, turning into a blinding sandstorm. When it's safe to open their eyes, the survivors see that the building is now far behind them. That which lives can never replace that which was glorious. Haunted, the survivors soldier on, not understanding what they have seen or whose disembodied voice they heard. Yeah, the event like doesn't make sense. It's just a random hunt event every time. As a weird one. We got that a couple hunts ago. 39. I mean, I get that it's flavor, right? But it should be like gain a brain damage or something. Like it should be its own event. Heavy mist. Ooh. A heavy mist envelops the survivors, obscuring their lantern light. Roll a d10. If the result is even, the survivors stumble in the right direction. Watch this. Watch this. See what I'm talking about? They stumble in the right direction. If the result is odd, they get turned around, roll again on the hunt table before moving. If the showdown begins on the next space on the hunt board, the monster ambushes the survivors. Thank goodness that's not a thing. We're good, no problem. And yellow. Lava flow. The ground crumbles, revealing an underground river of lava. There is no way forward but through, hopping from one stone in the flow to the next. Each survivor rolls a d10 and adds their courage. One sec, I gotta put one of these dogs away. Drive me crazy. Alright, we're so back. Okay. Alright. Here we are. Each survivor, one at a time. Ooh, very important, one at a time. Okay, and adds courage. So we're going to add 2 on this first roll. Sheesh, thank goodness they had 2 courage. Begin the showdown with an additional lava pool. Give me that. I should have grabbed all 4 of those. I'll show you contentious. Alright, so we're starting with 1 extra. Oh, here it is. Okay. Next is also 2 courage. Oh, a 10. Still doesn't matter. An extra. Here we go. 7 courage. Here's a chance for a strength token. Day late and $1 short. 13. Another lava tile. And another lava tile. Oh, that's dumb. They have 3 courage, so that is another 13. That sucks. So we only have 2 extra terrain tile, 2 extra lavas. We beat that Dragon King in our campaign. Beat his ass. Whooped on him real good. Alright, Pan Fry. Time to earn your keep. Show me the money. 53. A 13. At least it's not 10. Overload. The event revealer falls to their knees, sobbing uncontrollably. They've simply had too much. They lose a D10. Dead gum! They lose a D10 survival and gain a disorder? This is our unit. Sheesh. A D10? 4. Ouch. And a disorder. We're going to pick up flower addiction. Not bad. Not bad. Because we're probably going to hunt that flower knight hopefully next year. If the settlement has accept darkness, the event revealer embraces their despair and rolls a d10. We do. Gross. All right. Show me something here. Oh my gosh. Oh no. A 1. 1 through 5. The depths of your misery are deeper than you could have ever imagined. Gain disorders until you have 3. We already have 3. And then lose all survival. Ouch. My gosh. She only had 3. He only had 3. Panfry. Sheesh. Kind of got smoked on that event. And here we are at Overwhelming Darkness. This guy's right here. So, Overwhelming Darkness, we know the vibe. We all get to take Path of the Brave. And we'll just roll all the dice again. 4. Wonk. All right. 5, 10, 4, 8. So 5. It's fart now. So 5 first.
Bad feeling about this.
Oh boy. Okay. Anyways, 5. Ooh. -1 evasion token for Pan Fry. I'm just keeping track on my notes. -1 evasion. Because we should get to ditch them all. But after this event, all other survivors gain a survival. She's actually the one that needs to gain the survival. And then Snow gets a 10, which means lame. Leader fighting art. Okay, good. As long as we don't have to ditch one for it, it's fine. Okay. And then a 4 and an 8. A 4, that's another one. Huzzah. So Tarna has a -1 evasion. And Yellow takes an arm damage. Light work. Am I right? Light work. All right. Oh, and then everybody gets a survival except you, Pan Fry. Survival for everybody, but then I have to go in and take yours away. I don't even think she gets any on arrival. She's going to be almost no evasion or no survival. She might have no survival. That's tough. That is not ideal. Thank goodness we didn't start him in hell mode. Alright, Snow. Snow redeems settlement ruins. We know this one too. I think this is a disorder one. You happen upon the scorched settlement. The event revealer gains a courage. That's Snow. That's a shameful waste. I mean, it gets him to here, but it just gets him prepared. And then we get to go to bold. Eight. That might do something good for him. Give him something permanent. Something permanent for the young man. 8 through 9, a permanent strength. All right. And investigates. Okay, so now we're going to roll. We want another 7+, if we can be picky. Be picky, 7+. Hoorah! Gains another courage, not Pan Fry. Another courage. And a free lifetime reroll. That's what we like to see, gentlemen. By par. Excellent work, gentlemen. Now let's get this showdown started. Setup, showdown, level 2. We got ambushed last time too. Not only was he juiced up, extra salty, angry, but we also got ambushed. That was so bad, the way that lined out last time. Are they in here? Are they? No, I see them right here. I should just put those back in there. We don't. He's actually sitting on this one, Bill. He's sitting on this guy right here. See? Okay. Now to set these up. Oh, set them up adjacent to the monster? Holy. Oh, yeah. Second card was trap. Because we tried to sweet battle surge him. Yeah, that was so bad. Okay. So we've got our infinite dodger here, but I don't really know. Oop, not complete showdown. We want arrival bonuses. Alright, yeah, Panfry has 0 survival. And they're one of the lucky ones. That figures. So, no survival, 9, 10, and 10. Tarna is the super dodger. She could dodge 1,000,000 times and dodge while doomed. So she should probably be the one to take the brunt of what's happening. Unfortunately, she's also the other lucky one. So, Panfry has Mighty Strike on a perfect hit, gain 2 strength till the end of the attack. None of these disorders affect us, and they're shield specialized. While a shield is in your gear grid, you are no longer knocked down after collision with a monster. While a shield is in your gear grid, add an additional one to every hit location. So they're actually at 6 with leather. Which is awesome. That's great. Snow is a defender, so if somebody's knocked down to him adjacent, but we don't... Oh, no, that's okay. He doesn't have overprotective. He's a leader, so encouraging helps. He's secretive, so he's an every other kind of hunter, which is why we don't really use him. If we can get rid of that, he'd probably be just fine. He's also quixotic. Tarna has Monster Claw style. That won't come in handy because she's attacking with sword. She's overprotective with a vermin obsession. She's a Tinker, Child of the Sun, Purified, Reflective, Prepared, and Sword Specialized. Sword Specialization will come in handy with these crits. 100%. And then yellow is a defender and overprotective. Tinker, purified, prepared. Not much to think about there. We don't often line up adjacent to favor that type situation. So we all need to be, is it 5 away or 6? On the board edge. So here. I'm going to have Tarna go there, though. And then basically everybody else is just going to be not there. Tarna needs access to the blind spot, though, because she gets sharp when she's attacking from the blind spot. And she's the crit one, so we want to have it. I don't really care about yellow. Yellow's not working on a proficiency, so if the bow isn't going to help us, then we're just going to cat eye circle it. What was the extra terrain? I can't see it. So we got some stone pillars, stone columns, toppled pillar. The obsidian tower we don't have out yet, but then we got lava pools. Quite a few. And those you could use those as a courage farm, which may not be bad for Tarna. We kind of want, yeah, but we would also rather have her with a dried acanthus when she hits those. So maybe next time we'll get her a dried acanthus if we can. All right, we know the drill here. We don't need to go through his traits and moods. We know them. All right, let's get this started, friends. So, okay. Well, it looks like we're starting with it in play anyways. At the end of each monster turn, perform a radiate. We're at the end, so they get that. I can't move up and attack him. So he just got a free irradiate turn. That sucks. So he's going to come for Tarna. So we want to make sure everybody's out of that irradiate zone. He's going to have to go here and here. And then
You know how long I've
here.
been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
He could stay here. Nope, he's got to go here. And then I'm going to have him do the cat eye circlet triple check here, just so we can have this all prepared for Tarna. So this gets us a King's Claws, which is nice. But he draws -4 toughness tokens until he has 4 of them. Which might be okay, because then we can get rid of overheat. Because once he melts down, you discard. That's just... And we're all kind of behind him already. That might be worth looking into. This gets us a Husk. Whenever the monster king performs meltdown, it suffers a wound at the end. That's not bad either. Okay. So now it's Miss Tarna's turn. Tarna does have a shield. So I could definitely have Tarna block. I'll have yellow block if they have a... Snow does not have a shield. Yellow has a shield. Oh, but they activated the cat eye circlet. So I'll have Panfry block and Tarna block. Panfly and Tarna are both blocking. Oh, and we better draw a tactics card. Wow. That's lucky. Attack pattern again. Alright. So he's irradiated. Tarna's going to have to take the brunt of an irradiation. It's probably not too devastating of a deal. Alright. Dragon goes Lordly Roar. You're joking. Okay, it's a move and intimidate at least. Threat with most hunt XP. Wow, we're all so young. It's Snow and Tarna. The monster's roar propels a searing wind across your face. Move and intimidate target. The Sound quakes your bowels. Suffer monster level +3, so 5 brain damage. Roll a d10 and add your courage if the result is less than 12. Tarna's got a decent chance at this, and she's got the most insanity. So I'll have her... So it is a move and intimidate. Otherwise, you stand as a press, gain 3 survival. Archive this card. That's what we want. So, sorry, I had to send another text. I apologize. I'm trying to give you guys my focus. So, 5 insanity. 5. That's the brain damage, because it's 2 plus 3. And then we roll a d10. And add our courage, which is 7. Nice work. So we do not suffer the frenzy or the flea brain trauma. Otherwise, you stand your ground. The Dragon King is impressed by your bravery. Gain 3 survival, Tarna, who's probably maxed. Yep. And archive this card. So it's a wound. But now he's going to irradiate. So take this, and then I go to this, and it's 2 damage to 2 locations. Arms and waist. Oh my gosh, we've got to get her better armor. Or at least shield mastery on one end so that everybody gets shield proficiency. Because that is 3 armor everywhere, really? That's not good. Alright, Tarna. Tarna should have beefy movement too, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's gonna have to dash. Well, she doesn't. What's the blind spot really help her with here? She's 4, 4, and 10. We could attack from here, because if he overheats, we don't want her in the blind spot. So 4 speed. We're looking for 4 plus. I don't know if I want to start doing the overheat and stuff, or the overcharge. What do you guys think? Do you think I want to start doing that right off the bat, or do we want to just try to farm him? We should probably just try and farm him for a little bit, right? I don't know. I know it's a delicate balance, because you don't want to just die by fooling around. Bill thinks we should overcharge. Okay. Farm. Okay, everybody switched their ideas to farm, actually. So, all right, farm it up. We're looking for 4s or better. I see a 7. 9, 7. 4. So we know what the first 3 are. Yuck. I don't like that. All right. So let's do our first one here. We're actually critting on 6 and up. 40%, or like a 50%. Yeah, look at that. So we are sword proficient. So the reason I didn't pick the order yet was because we now get to decide which one that goes to. So our proficiency says we can make an attack roll and then assign it where we want it to go. So do we want... If we choose this card, then when he irradiates from this card, nobody will get hit by the meltdown. Tarna will have to take the damage from irradiate, but nobody is in the meltdown zone. Which it would be 4 damage to 2 of her locations. So she could take it without a critical injury. Alright, we'll do that. So This is a crit, which is a wound. Gain a King's Claws, which is good. It's going to thin the deck for us. And then he gains 2 of these. But doesn't perform Irradiate yet. So now, for the rest of these... Okay, this is ugly. We don't want that.
You have chosen wisely.
So this reflex turned to face the attacker. Okay, it actually wouldn't change all that much. It would change it for Panfry and Tarna. As... No, we need to crit that. But it would also stop this from happening. Ooh, there's really not a safe way to do this. Unless we just move this and plan to never attack it. Which we wouldn't be able to get a husk. No, she definitely wounds. Definitely. Because she's... So her scrap sword has 10. And, so she's 10 total, and he's only 11 toughness right now with these -1 tokens. So she 100% can wound without critting, but... If we don't crit this one, 2 people are definitely going to get hit with the big bad thing. But if we control it, if we wound this, wound or crit, either way it's a good thing. But then we want to almost trigger this microwave heart so that he does it harmlessly in front of him. We can discard overheat. We want to trigger that. But if we trigger this card first, I think we'd be in big trouble. So let's just do it in this order. So we'll go after this one next. I'm not going to re-roll this one. I just rolled the luck out of it. So we'll go with this one next. A 6, that's a crit. So he can no longer regulate his temperature. Whenever the Dragon King performs a meltdown, it suffers a wound at the end of that event. That helps. And then we'll do this and trigger... We're basically triggering the scary thing on purpose. It would have crit, so we would have been okay. Had we done this card, we would have been okay. But so this is a wound. He performs a Radiate, so he would actually gain that toughness token. So he wouldn't even do Unseen Agony. He'd go straight to Meltdown, so she doesn't actually get hurt by that. And we're not in the... Yep, that wound is a permanent effect. Yep. So we're not in the blind spot. Thankfully, we decided to go against it. So that doesn't matter. It doesn't hit us. And it just damages... Oh, nothing. Because this isn't even in the blast zone. So that discards, and I don't even think... I think she can finish the attack. Because we discard all these. That worked swimmingly, actually. And discard this. Oh, and he gets a wound from this. Bingo. Now we get to resolve the end of this attack. Let's get these 2 out of the way. Rolled the luck out of them. Now let's try and crit again. Grab us a husk so that we can thin that deck. Yep. A 9er. That's another crit. Let's go ahead and give her a weapon proficiency point because she wounded. Gain a husk resource. Place a lava pool terrain tile in an unoccupied space as close to the attacker as possible. So attacker's right there, so we're going to put it... That cuts off the blind spot, but nobody's going to it from that side, so we'll put it there. That was wonderful. Okay. Now I'm going to have Panfry. No, not Panfry. I'm going to have yellow, wherever yellow's at, over here. They're going to stay close like this. She did do 5 wounds off 4 cards without devastating. If we would have called out that devastating attack, we would have done 9 damage on that attack. Whew. Yellow is going to use the circlet. So, oh, gain a strength. We can spend 2 survival to gain a permanent strength on that crit. That could be good for Panfry's got some decent luck, and they're not very strong. Sheesh. Oh, they don't have 2 survival. This is a permanent accuracy and King's Claws, so that's good. And then this, a random Dragon King resource. Excellent. So we're going to put this on the bottom. And then probably this one, then this one. And we're going to go in and attack with the shield with Panfry. So Panfry's got the round leather shield and only 5 movement. So we're going to run right up the side. Obsidian pillars are tough, Bill, or Mike, because they have to be turned into obsidian by a meltdown. So it doesn't happen all the time. So she's going to attack. He is going to attack with the round leather shield, 2 speed. Looking for 4s or better with this shield. An 8 and a 6. 2 for 2. These are both very good. They do both have failures, but he is very strong. So we would love to crit both of these undoubtedly. But we'll take a wound for the proficiency. Or we'll take a crit. So let me get rid of that wound first. With astounding precision, you cut a toe free. Gain a permanent accuracy, which puts them at 5 permanent accuracy. And a King's Claw resource. Don't say anything, Bill. I know this is generally when you pipe in and say something confident. Don't do it, because then it always turns sour. So we're just going to keep going as if nothing's happening. As if it's just a regular day. Here we go for the next one. A 5. That is not a critical wound, but it is a wound. So they're going to get this proficiency point too, by the way. And then we'll discard that because it wasn't a failure. Remove an AI because we did wound. And we should probably try to get Snow in there with the scythe. So we'll have Snow run up to the ribs here. Snow's going to attack with the nuclear scythe. That's 2 speed, 5 plus accuracy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, 1 second. This does not count as the roll. Alright, so he was right here. I think he has 7 movement. He does. 5 plus the 2 on the boots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to get him into the blind spot, actually.
Bad feeling about this.
Scythe does actually have reach. But I'm going to jump into the blind spot to assist with that not amazing accuracy. So now we're 2 and 4. How's that for bad feeling, Bill? Okay. So there's a wound and a reflex. This wound will end the attack, basically. And this reflex will hurt nobody. Maybe the reflex would be better, because he'd turn to face without turning, move the Dragon King 2 spaces backwards, and he'd only get to here. And we could move him kind of wherever we want. Let's do that, so that you don't go to a bad corner of the board. Alright, and then we'll roll it up. I can't believe I just rolled the 10 out of this one, but these are sharp, so Oh my! Oh my gosh. Okay. So we gain a husk. Place a lava pool terrain tile in an unoccupied space as close to the attacker as possible. Alright. And that is good for a damage and a scythe proficiency, if we're being completely honest. Didn't even need the sharp on that one. Okay. And then we'll try with this one, I suppose. No shot. Okay, a 6. So that puts us at 13 strength, and he is at 15. He doesn't have any -1 toughnesses. So we're also... Oh, we're on this one, by the way. We have to add another die to it. As long as it's not a 1. It's a 9. So that is actually another wound. But this wound does happen. The Dragon King doesn't like to be touched. Full move towards the attacker. They are snatched up and thrown. If the attacker is adjacent to the monster, place them knocked down in an unoccupied corner of the showdown board. So I'll put you over here. Knock you down. It's just once rigged in our favor. Okay? There's really nothing else to do here except give him another go. He's going to have to get the chance to go. So, nobody's got Sweet Battle Surge. So, Ashen Return, random threat in range, or random survivor in range. It's going to put Overheat back in play, which is annoying. It's not an after damage, it just does. So, we're going to... Oh, random threat in range. So, it's between yellow... So let's just take... It's between everybody but Snow. So we need to take card number 2 out. Shuffle these up. He's going after survivor number 1, which is Panfry. So Panfry's right here, so he's going to rotate. 3, 2, and 2. Panfry's got good armor, so it's okay. So it is 4 speed because he is level 2. So it's +1 strength, +1 damage. Or +1 damage, +1 speed. The 1 is definitely a miss. 100%. And those are all probably hits. Oh my gosh, he's got 6 evasion. So... the 6 misses. He's hitting on an 8+, and we rolled 2 8s, so... 2 hits worth 3 damage each. Three to the head, 3 to the hands. Let's dodge. Oh, we can't. That's right. Kind of out. So in this break in the flow, it's not really worth us dashing out of the way of overheat. So the monster's powerful memories disturb the air of the present. Take the top mood from the discard pile and play it immediately. If there are none, nothing happens. So he'll gain a -1 toughness. These 2 will each take 1 damage. Yeah, 6 evasion. So he's got 4, and then the monster grease gives him 2 more. So they will each take 1 damage to these 2 locations. Legs and head. So 1 head, 1 legs, and then Tarna. 1 head, 1 leg. Not bad. Nope, suffers a wound from meltdown. Okay, Snow's up. Alrighty, we've been doing pretty good crit farming him. So I'm just going to have yellow look at these top 3. 1, 2, 3. I hate that. First strike impervious. It's a waste. We can get a husk, a veined wing, and a king's tongue. So we gotta... I mean, we gotta let Tarna attack these so that she can try to use her sword. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no point in her even moving. We'll just attack from directly in front with Tarna. With the scrap sword. Looking for 4s. Oh, I think I saw 2 1s. So a 6. Oh, yeah. 6 and 7, so just 2. No, we have tons of veined wing. We need the cabled vein. So 1 and 2. We're going to make an attack roll and then decide where it goes. Because we're sword proficient. Yuck. Okay, we'll spend it on this one. Oops. This one. So within 6 spaces, they suffer bleed 2 and archive all their resources unless they spend 2 survival. They'll just spend 2 survival. This is the better crit anyways. This gives better resources. It gives dose. And here we get them. Nope, we don't. But we do get the wound. So it's not a failure. 4 plus her 10. And he's at 15 minus 1. So it isn't a failure. So actually we could step Tarn out. 1, 2, 3. Because she did not move. She attacked from where she was standing. So now we can let Panfry go. With the counterweighted axe. Look how strong that is. 3 speed plus 1 plus accuracy. That's nasty. A 1, 2, 3. I was hoping one of those would be a 10 for just an automatic wound, but what are you going to do? Oh, gosh. That is icky. He's going to get irradiated on twice. And this is an impervious. So he's just going to gain it. And he's going to get 2 damage to each of these locations. He's still got pretty good armor. 2 to the legs, 2 to the body. But it is to the point now where we probably don't want to fool around all that much longer. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, well that was a success. And then he's going to have to deal with this. There's nothing we can do about it. Might as well wound it. Yep. It's a wound. I mean, this is going to suck. This is going to hurt him quite a bit, but at least we got the wound out of it. Okay, so he gets another -1 toughness. He's probably realistically going to melt down again before the end of this game, because he's going to gain another one, so... we'll roll this for... He's taken 3 damage to each of these locations. Just spread them out, and we should be good. Legs and legs. That's going to be a severe legs. Severe legs coming up for Panfry. Pretty much, Bill, yep. Pretty much. Okay, severe legs. 5 middle of the road. Hamstrung. Can no longer use any fighting arts or abilities. That's our shield. I don't even know how we fix that. Can we even fix that? That hurts a lot. He didn't have really fighting arts worth much, but the abilities means he can't get this anymore either. Ugh. Okay. Alright, and then I can have Snow move in. Actually, I'm going to have Panfry move out. 1, 2, 3, because they also didn't move. They shouldn't move together, because otherwise they're going to get attacked together. No. Not either on that individual. I'm sure there's somebody in here with hemophobia. No. No. Did we lose all our hemophobics? We must have. Yeah, they're knocked down, but... Oh, you can still gain proficiency. You're right. You're right. Rock, you're right on the head there. So they are knocked down. So I guess they'll just have to sit in their misery there. How's Snow's armor situation? Not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Snow has 7 movement and the ability to dash. What's their health situation like here? All right, we'll give the Scythe the chance to win the game here. Snow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dash 1, 2, 3. Dash, they're gonna overcharge to gain a strength token and then or whatever and then whatever to lose that strength token. So now their attack has gained devastating. 2 speed 4+, never gonna let you run around and come on. A 4 and a 4, wow. So we needed that blind spot help. No trap. No trap. Oh, dip. We need to wound them both. I really like that crit. We can't really play for crits here because we don't have any... I don't think we have any luck. So we're just rolling to wound here. Rolling to wound to end this fight. A 6. Not a crit, but that should be enough to wound. So 6 plus the 7 on that gets us to 13, and he's at 12. So that's a wound. Given these 2. 1, 2. And here we are, Serpent's Foot to end it. Show me a crit. A 4 plus our 7 puts us at 11. He's at 12, so we get to add a second d10 because we're sharp. They needed every bit of that. 14 is enough to do it and put him down. Dead Dragon King. Hamstrung sucks. But obviously it could have been worse. I mean, a dismembered leg is far worse than hamstrung. So now we get 4 basic, 6 dragon, and a pituitary gland. I'm worried. I'm nervous. I don't want to draw. That's so dumb. Alright, I'm going to draw these 4 first. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've been so organ-starved this game. Alright, and then we get this gland, which is at least a guaranteed organ. I'm thinking 2 shuffles on this. 1, 2. 3 hasn't been doing us good, so I'm thinking 2. We get 6 of these. Plus 1 for our scavenger kit. Come on now. I'm nervous. 1. 2. That's a 1 of. That is frustrating. 3. 4, 5. Are you kidding me? 6, 7. We did not get it. They were towards the bottom again. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, he is a fun night. He's a fun fight. Also, can we point out the fact that this is all we got for Oregon? Sheesh. A level 3, we would get 9. We might get clapped. We'd probably get smoked, actually. Alright, so Panfry got it with the shield, which is good. We needed that. Snow got scythe, Tarna got sword, Yellow didn't have one, so we did great in that regard. Nobody's aging. We're getting 8 endeavors when we return. We brought out 3 tinkers. That's awesome. So we'll return and advance the year here. We're in year 17. Panfry is not out. Panfry is our top individual. So shuffle. Oh, Panfry's out because we have to hunt a Flower Knight next time we take Panfry. Don't we? Do they have flower addiction? They do. So they got flower. Yeah, but they got 5 accuracy, 11 strength, 4 evasion, 3 luck, and a speed. But they do have to go against the Flower Knight. Which is tough, because, like, do we just take a break from Dragon King, go fight a level 3 Flower Knight, and get the flower we need to try to progress that way, and then go against the dragon again? We got plenty of hide for bandages. I don't know, you know? This is awesome. And we happen to have some people to sacrifice. So, a large stone face slowly opens its mouth. Survivors prove their bravery by running into it. We can brave the maw. We can roll any number of d10 and add the results. If you roll any doubles, the maw snaps shut, leaving you trapped in this darkness. You're dead, and no one else may endeavor here this year. We're going for that lantern sword. The last time I did this, I used ChatGPT, and they gave me the right answer, and I got the lantern sword. So let me ask him real quick. Stand by. When rolling d10 dice, how many dice should I roll if I need to land my total number between 32 and 39 without rolling any doubles? Oh. So this says considering dice rolls, refining dice roll calculations, running simulations, evaluating outcomes. Correct. It was supposed to go by feel, but screw them. Come on. Let's give it a second. It's worth it. Okay. We could break the problem down into 2 parts. Blah, 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 blah. Wow, those are some serious equations. Possibility of a good total. Likelihood of no doubles. Thus, the recommended number of dice to roll is 6. That's what we're doing. 6 dice. And we're just going to nominate some nobody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hoorah! Okay. And no doubles, so we could use a lifetime reroll to reroll 1 result, I think. Not the whole set of dice, but we could spend somebody's lifetime reroll to reroll 1. If it were a double. Let's see it. No, not with the delay you didn't. Come on! No doubles! Okay, I'm not seeing doubles so far. Guys, I don't think we got any doubles. I think we're good. So 18, 23, 24, 39. No, we overshot it. Oh, we got it. Oh my gosh. We got it. 32 through 39. Days later, you return to the settlement with a strange sword in your hand. Gain the lantern sword gear. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm talking about right there, fellas. That's fine. We can take them out for the Flower Knight. Then if they die, we don't really care. Woo-hoo-hoo! Lantern sword. Lantern sword. It does have early iron, which is stupid, but it beats 353, 253, and this is sharp. It's nice. Titan. It's nice. You were right. It's good. It doesn't like shine, but I think it'll be way better once we get the proficiency. Lantern sword. That's good stuff. Yeah, so just to finish this out, gain the Lantern Sword gear. If possible, you must be a departing survivor this year. So that was just going to go to some nobody, so we'll just let them move on. And then if it doesn't end up being that great of a sword, Tarna can always fall back to the scrap sword. So we'll just have to take some bum this next year. But I think it's a good idea to get a break from the Dragon King. He's kind of killing us. So with our endeavors, we'll innovate for sure. 1, 2. And then we do have some organ in here. A monster organ. So that, an endeavor, and we'll innovate. We got face painting, sculpture, shadow dancing, and storytelling. Face painting, we know the deal. We don't really need it for intimacy, honestly. Sculpture isn't very good unless you're a gambler's chest. Storytelling ups our survival limit, which is nice. It's shadow dancing is new. You may only endeavor here if a survivor died during the last Hunter's Showdown. Spend an organ and roll. 1 through 5, gain 3 insanity and a random fighting art. 6+, gain the sneak attack fighting art. Little underwhelming there. I can't believe we still have not picked up Clan of Death. It's a little bit insulting. We should probably just pick up storytelling to up our survival limit. That's kind of what I'm thinking. More survival the better. It seems like there's a couple of events we run into that give us a bonus if we have storytelling, so seems like a good one to me. Next I want to go to Petal Spiral. Okay. This is for Tarna. We're going to attempt to pick up a sword proficiency level. So we'll spend an endeavor and roll a d10. An 8. Gain +1 sword proficiency level. It might be rock. I don't remember off the top of my head. So that puts Tarna at, 6 of 8. 2 steps away from being a sword master at 5 years old. Isn't that just wild? Actually, and she doesn't have to sit it out, so she's... It doesn't say he has to take the lantern sword, right? It just says they have to be a departing survivor. Yeah. So we could still decide who gets what. She doesn't really need the strength, though, does she? It's almost nicer for this to just have deadly. Somebody else may need to start using that. Nightmare training, we could. We could continue trying to get her to Swordmaster. We should probably find somebody to purify. I'm sure we've got another individual sitting around in here that could use it. Somebody who's still got a lifetime reroll. Cersei could do it. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you guys think 9 is enough for now? Because I'd like to try to get sword mastery, and then the next person I purify, I want to be somebody that's born from Clan of Death. So would you guys be okay with that? If we pursued sword mastery and then kind of saw where we were at from there? This doesn't fix hamstrung, right? Ruptured muscle. And then we could definitely do some nightmare training too after. It'd probably be smart for us to do sauna shrine as well. We have to give up an organ for that. I mean, we probably don't have to purify every time. I just figured that since we had 9, we could take a year off, but if I'm wrong, let me know. Petal Spiral, there you are. I think there's one right before we start our Nemesis stuff. Okay, so we're going to spend one here and do this again. We just need 6+ to continue gaining those sword proficiency levels. Not a 1. Lose a flower resource if you do gain the flower addiction disorder and roll again. Otherwise, nothing happens. So that's a nothing. I'd like to spend at least 2 more to see if I can get it here. If I don't get 1 on this one, we can talk about not doing it anymore. 8. So that's another sword proficiency level. I think we might as well pursue it, right? Might as well try to get a master here. 1 more 6+. Yeah, there it is. Sword Mastery. That's pretty sweet. A Swordmaster gains an accuracy, strength, and speed when attacking with a sword. That's actually all the more reason to not give her the lantern sword. Doesn't need it. I mean, really. The sharp would be nice to constantly have sharp, because she only gets sharp on this when she attacks from the blind spot. I don't know. You guys let me know which sword you think she should use. Accuracy, strength, and speed. Leaves us 3 endeavors. We got so much stuff. We don't need different iron, really. Oh, scrap? What are we at scrap-wise? We have no scrap, so we should probably go scrap scavenge, right? Should be 6 speed with lantern. Yeah, that's a little too much. We should probably go scrap scavenging, which is here. We can get somebody a courage. Do we have a fresh or an acanthus? No, we don't. We need to make a scythe or a, you know what I'm talking about, for herb gathering. Early iron means if you roll a 1 at any time in your attack for a wound roll, if your first roll is a 1 on any of the attack cards, you lose the rest of your attack. You have to discard everything else. Your attack's over. Gaining a courage would be okay too. The broken lantern resource is nice. We have 1, we need 3. We do have... Didn't we build a first aid kit? No. We could definitely build bandages, for sure. But I'm just trying to think... Might need to take something for herb gathering. I don't know. Let's grab 3 bandages. Actually, I don't think we can. I think we can only do 2 more, right? There's got to be somebody without them. That's where you're saying use the first aid kit, I'm sure, to cover for that. Yeah, I know. Every time you leave that circle. So grab 2 more bandages for sure. It's tough because I want... We could probably get rid of the necklace for now. What's his strength? His toughness is only 11. So bandages are way more important there, I think. And then that's our bowman. So best case scenario, they're going to stay out of the fight. I doubt we'll need the scavenger kit against them, so we could put the bandages there. That way we don't actually lose out on all that much. There are a lot of lantern pieces that get you scrap. I think we should use this this guy here on Zachary. Pituitary gland. We got to start getting homeboy's strength up because he's not very strong. He has a card or an ability that makes him stronger. Oh, okay. Well, Indomitable helps. Perfect aim is... I'm sure those all hurt. I know Bloom, Set Roots, and Razor Bulbs. I don't know Heart of the Woods. That sounds like something that would make him stronger. We can check real quick. Heart of the Woods does not sound great. It's a trait. Heart of the Woods. At the start of the survivor's turn, turn all survivors adjacent to the board edge. Survivor's turn. All survivors adjacent to the board edge are sucked into the darkness of the woods and are lost forever. They are dead. Oh, so you can't get out adjacent to the edge of the board. Then all survivors inside the fairy ring suffer knockback 5 towards the closest board edge. Sheesh. So he tries to push it. Perfect aim. When the Flower Knight rolls a perfect hit, it devastates the survivor's defenses. Target loses one at all hit locations. Wow. Razor bulbs. Whenever the survivor leaves the fairy ring, they gain a bleed. So it's still just one bleed, which is nice. It's not. I thought that one was one bleed per monster level. Okay, that's not terrible. We've done that before. This would just be an instant devastation attack. This would be something we're trying to win in one round. We'd roll in. He's got 16, so 17 total life points. We'd be looking to do 18 damage in one round, which, let's see, Zach can surge, but I mean we'd be dang close to one rounding him if all went perfectly well, of course. But I say we make Zach eat this. Chomp up this pituitary gland. Not because I hate him, but because he's weak. So, let's have him. He's not got a shattered jaw, does he? Nope. This gaping chest wound sucks. It's been sucking him down for a while. So we're gonna eat this. Eat it up. And roll a d10. We need a 4+. Oh, good. We didn't even have to spend somebody's lifetime reroll. So, on a 4+, gain a permanent strength. Otherwise, you die. Permanent strength, Zach. You're also coming back to fight this guy, I think. So, hope you enjoyed retirement. It's over. So, if we were to do this, we would send Zachary because of his sweet surge ability. We would also send Panfry, even though they kind of got farted on. Snow could definitely have been that survivor that we made go into the maw. I mean, they're basic, and they don't even have their lifetime reroll, so it definitely... Oh, no, they're skipping next hunt. Doesn't matter. Ooh! If we pick Snow, that would cancel everything out, right? Because it says, if possible, they have to be a departing survivor, and it's not possible, so they don't have to be a departing survivor. Right? I think that's it, gents. That's the key. Genius. Genius. What's nightmare training cost us? Do we not have nightmare training? Or do I not know my ABCs? Okay. It's a tough one. How much survival does our green scythe wielder have?
You have chosen wisely.
Where the heck's our green scythe wielder? Oh, they're sitting out around. This can't be our new scythe survivor, right? Not long term. They're terrible. They don't have a lifetime reroll. They're 5 years old already. They're not even purified. Who else could take over the scythe? Oh my gosh, yellow's worse, but somehow they're... I guess it could be yellow. I don't get any accuracy bonus. Purify snow. We could start using Call. Call could be the scythe runner. Or was Call the one that was going to take over with Bo? It was somebody with a lifetime reroll and luck that was going to take over the Bo. Is that only Call? Call's got one. Okay, so Call is the one that's taking over after Bo. After we kill Amras. Where is Snow? Is he not purified? We could purify him, but he doesn't even have a lifetime reroll. Oh, shoot. Because we had a scythe, does that mean that we could have done herb gathering on that last one? Where's the bonesmith? Oh, it's a sickle. It's a sickle, not a scythe. I think we should make one of these for the... just for the organ. Sickle. So in order to make that, we would need a bone and a leather. So we'd have to spend an endeavor to turn stuff into leather anyways, because we don't have any in storage. We're going to need it for the dragon thing, but we could do that next year. Yeah, we need the acanthus to save some people from going blind, but we won't be able to get it to them till after. Till after this next event. I think we need a husk for the gloves. Cabled veined husk. So we should... Okay, so we'll archive a husk. Because we need it. Okay, we already had one. Whatever. And then we'll just turn these 3 things into leather. Oh, that was only one. That way we've at least got some, and then we'll spend one of them. Spend one of the leather and just one of these bones to build this sickle, which could come in handy because we need acanthus. So that's going to need to go on somebody's grid too. Somebody that can afford to lose something. Which is awkward because not really anybody can. We'll table that for now. Okay. It would be nice. We could have Yellow take over Scythe. And put her through Nightmare training, because she has 10 survival. So we could switch it to Scythe here. We would not be able to get her to level 3, actually, which kind of sucks. Oh, we could drop a pickaxe. I see what you're saying. You're right. Oh, no, we only have 1. Remember? We used to have 2, but we left 1 at home. Because it's still in our storage. Yeah, we'll have Yellow take over that Scythe area, but there's not really a point in pushing them with Nightmare training because they can't get to Proficient when they have 2 endeavors left. Which kind of sucks because the Scythe Mastery is really nice. Not Mastery, obviously, but the specialization. It's only when you critically wound. Oh well. Didn't Yellow get a weapon proficiency? Yeah, Yellow wasn't working on anything though. They weren't the one that was running the scythe. Tarna's gonna keep Tarna's gear grid. Zachary has to take... Oh, gosh. Oh, that'll be okay. Panfry can take over the Bowman's gear grid for now because there's a shield in it. So that's okay. They don't really care. And then Panfry's the only one without bandages. But not everybody can have them. She doesn't have anything she could give up. Even for a first aid kit. Because we'd either have to give up the shield. I mean, I guess we could set the bow out. Seems kind of odd to not take a bow. And it's going to be pretty deadly when she attacks with it, so she should probably keep it. He should probably keep it. Damn, that's tough. Tough preparation. Let's at least run one nightmare training and see how well it works. Do I have that card pulled out? There we go. So we'll spend a survival, come down to Yellow. So they have to lose 3 survival. And then start rolling on this. Let's see where they're at after this table's done to see if we want to spend another one. So 5, spend 1, roll again. 2, spend 1, roll again. 8, that's a level of weapon proficiency. So now, if we were to try it again, realistically that would probably only give her 1 roll. Because we'd have to spend 3, which would bring us down to 2, and if we didn't get it, we could spend 1 to roll again. But then if we rolled again, oh, so it would give her 2 chances at it. What do you guys think? Is it a worthy goal? I think there's a lot of benefit in us having a scythe proficient just in regards to traps. But it is a tight tolerance there. We've only got 2 chances at an 8, 9, 10. Oh, the sauna shrine. Thank you, Bill. Yep, that's what we're using it on. Yep. You're absolutely correct, sir. I almost forgot about that. So we do have to spend an organ for this, but that's fine. We'll just spend this one. And then roll a d10. An 8. 5 plus, departing survivors promise they will return. Add 2 strength tokens and an armor to all hit locations. So let me make a little note here. I know we're back in like 48 hours, so it's not that big deal, but 2 strength tokens to everyone. And then survivors get an armor point. They're gonna need it. How do you guys feel about a Flower Knight level 3? You feel like we're there? Be pretty sick if we got it. Because if we kill him, the rewards are stacked. We get that sleeping virus flower. We give it to Amras and kill him. I don't really know how we're going to kill him. We don't have sacrifice. Is that even an option for us in this campaign? I don't even think it's an option for us. But we just kill him somehow. I'm sure we can find a way to kill him. Send him out naked, for all I care, against the dragon. We could send him out naked against the dragon, let him throw stones at the high resource crit areas, and then let it kill him. And then we could use that. So, because then if he dies with the virus flower, the new person we pick gets 2 accuracy, 5 strength, and evasion, and a luck. And bow mastery. Which would mean that this old dog is then deadly too. So... It's not Kingdom Life, it's true. Okay, guys, I think that pretty much wraps up the episode. That was solid. That was good work. That was one of the most high-rolling showdowns I think I've ever had in my life. We almost never missed. That was awesome. I'm not expecting it to be the same way, but I'd like a little bit of it to carry over, you know what I mean? Shield Mastery is going to be really big. Panfry got robbed on evasion. But Shield Mastery for everybody's going to be nice. I don't think the actual Mastery for Shield is very great, is it? It's not, like, amazing. No, it's dumb. Swap. It's one that's hard to remember. Alright, I'm going to set him off the board and bring him over. Just cuz. Alright, guys. We'll see you shortly here in a couple days. What are you sorry about? Oh, I mean, it might be good. I might be undervaluing it. When a shield master is adjacent to a survivor that is targeted by a monster, they may swap spaces on the board with the survivor and become the target instead, which is good. The master must have a shield to perform this. Tarna going after Fist and Tooth. She does have Monster Claw style. She could probably wound every round with Fist and Tooth. Oh, I know it's a bad one to start on this, but that katana's sick. She'd be rolling like 10 dice with that katana. That would be ridiculous. Yeah, I don't mind Scythe or Fist and Tooth. It's Fist and Tooth or Qatar. Because we will probably be going after Longclaw Lenore once we finally get Dragon King. Fist and Tooth doesn't really do anything for you till you get to Mastery, right? Because we all have it specialized. So she'd need 8 weapon proficiency points with it. Plus 2 permanent accuracy, plus 2 permanent strength. I'm not saying that isn't amazing. How many hunts do we have? 1, 2, 3. 3? We got 3 years left till we start our line of Nemesi. Oh my gosh, guys. We've got to get this dragon armor finished. Holy cow. Because we took Kingsman out and replaced him with Slenderman. So our first showdown will be Slenderman level 2. Yikes. Oh, this is... We're closer than I thought. Qatar? Okay. So if we get her to Qatar proficient, that can help with the reaction cards. No way. Clinging Mist would be the worst. Okay, we need to get the Qatar in here somewhere is the next problem. I don't want to get rid of a luck. Do I want to get rid of bandages, though? Gotta keep the shield. We do have... Yeah, we have 2 Qatars. Yeah, that's absolutely true. I figured we would be 5 or 6 hunts deep in Dung Beetle by now. But we've hunted Dragon King 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hunted him 6 times and not pulled it. That's wild. I can't part with the bandages. I can't do it. The shield is getting them an extra armor point, which they desperately need. What they actually need is a monster grease. Because they can dodge as many times as they want. They're getting 3 evasion right now, but it could be 5. Luck Charm is definitely not as critical for this showdown because they hand out lots of luck tokens. Plus, we're just trying to beat the brakes off of him right off the bat. But now that we have bandages in there, a monster grease would give them the evasion. You can't out-evade bleeds, though. You know? But my gosh, if we sent them in there with max survival and 5 evasion, we might actually... Gosh. That's so tough. Whatever. King's Claws. The one of hardened ribs. Awesome, thanks. Horn fragments. Scrap and a monster bone. No. We don't... Yeah, maybe. And we could even replace that with the... No, they won't ever get Qatar Mastery, but they would get Qatar Specialization, which means we could ignore some reactions. It might just be best if we get them a Monster Grease in there, even over the luck. That individual's strength comes from being slippery. Oh, it's 3. Oh, that would give us 3. So we'd have to spend 2 organs on that, which, if I know one thing, I know we have a ton of organs. We only have 2. Love juice is no problem. Who cares? Oh, is it the life string? Oh, it's another pituitary gland. I'll spend it. Because evasion for the nemesis is going to be huge. Huge to survive. Especially the hand. Shields and evasion for the hand is the only way we make it. So in... I didn't need it. I spent it on this instead. We'll get another one. Actually, they don't have the monster tooth necklace anymore either. So they lose 2 strength as well. Brings them down to less than 9. 3 from that. Oh, that wouldn't have added till they got in there. That's right, 9. So it should be fine. Qatar is just for Lenore. No, but like Zachary, honestly, this is probably pretty close to our dream team. Panfry will always stay in. I don't know if they won't stay in with Bo. Ideally, Panfry will take over Zachary's gear grid. Because Zachary isn't all that great, and Panfry's better. Tarna is a better swordsman, which is great. Yellow is not amazing, but at least they're starting on the Scythe Road. And then we'll need whoever we kill Amaras with bow mastery to come in and take over that gear grid. So Zachary's time has almost come and gone as a survivor. He's almost more of a teacher now. Zachary's weapon proficiency is 2 out of 3 on Qatar's. But like I said, I don't think he's going to be a long-term guy for us when we start heading out to, you know. Actually, am I out of my mind? Or could Zachary become the host? No, I'm out of my mind, because he would lose Ageless. Yep, that wouldn't work. He'd lose Ageless, and he's 16 years old. So we can't do that. That's close. That was almost awesome. Okay. Alright, guys, we'll have to maybe plot in our minds a little bit over the next few days, and come back ready to rock and roll. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Zach has literally seen it all. If you go to his stats here, look at this. He went to our year 0, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hasn't missed one since. That's hilarious. I think he had something, and then we healed it, and then we started taking him out on everything. Okay, guys. Thanks for being here and being a part of the stream. It's a monstrous success aside from not getting that cabled vein. That's so upsetting.